I found the love that my heart has been longing for.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tyler Davis, and I am your host. Welcome back to episode 42, Voices of the Yard. Now, lately in the other episodes, I've been saying Voices on the Yard, but I want to clarify that it's Voices of the Yard, not Voices on the Yard. Now, today on the Yard, we have
Destiny
Destiny Chambers. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Destiny?
Of course. I am a business major, business administration, concentrating in entrepreneurship. I go to Bishop State. Of course, I am a junior, technically a freshman. So this is my second year. I technically graduate in the summer, and yeah.
Can you tell us why you chose Bishop State and where you're from?
Of course. So I am originally from Mobile, Alabama, and I chose Bishop State because honestly, I looked at the colleges that were around me, and I chose because of the financial situation I was in at the time. And I chose Bishop State because of the financial situation I was in at the time. Bishop State is affordable HBCU college, as well as I knew a couple people from my high school, BC Rain, that recommended me here. So that's why I chose.
So you said you graduate this year, right?
Yes, in the summer.
Okay, so how has your college experience been at Bishop State so far as a student?
Honestly, I have had my ups and downs. I started Bishop State 2022 after I graduated in May, and I ended up taking a year off to go to A&M because of some personal reasons. And after that, I decided to come back to Bishop State because I wasn't ready for the 4-year experience. I missed the 2-year experience, the small classrooms, the interactions with the teacher, the one-on-ones. I missed that, so I came back to Bishop State and decided to finish it.
Okay, so did you ever feel unsure about where you would fit in at Bishop State when you first arrived?
Of course, I definitely felt unsure, especially when I came in 2022, because when I came in 2022, I was just unsure about, should I continue college? Should I just start my business? Should I, I was in that phase of my 20s, well, beginning 20s, where I didn't know. And then I feel like that played a big part on why I did the thing I did.
Okay, so what what helped you adjust on campus when you came back to Bishop?
I definitely could say talking more, being more involved on campus, being more involved in my educational ways, just making sure I'm attending tutoring, making sure I'm being more involved in organization, more events on campus. I feel like that really helped me be more into Bishop the way I should be in the first place.
Okay, so what's one thing you wish you knew when you first started college at Bishop State compared to A&M?
Of course, one thing I wish I would have known is focus on yourself. I tell anybody that focus on yourself, focus on what you want to do, and ultimately make choices for yourself. And just let God just guide you throughout the journey that you want to do and you want to pursue.
Okay, so how was Alabama A&M when you was on their campus? Was you on campus, off campus?
I was on campus for that fall and spring semester. No, fall and spring semester I was on mine. Fall semester was amazing. I enjoyed it. It's just I hung around in crowds, honestly.
Okay.
And my education part was phenomenal. I was making great grades. It's just I followed the wrong crowd, and I decided within myself that I needed a change of scenery to get back to my roots so I could finish strong. But the spring semester, I'm honest, I did not do well with the online classes because online classes mean you have to teach yourself. So that's when my experience with A&M grasped me. go back to Bishop and finish up my 2 years.
Okay, so how do you balance school and your personal life?
So I balance school and my personal life by making sure my mental is okay. I literally go to the gym 3 times a week just to make sure I have that discipline, that structure within myself to work on me and make sure I'm okay with me before I step into the school and step into just being creative as far as business. So I feel like making sure you're good is a very big thing, especially when you're in school full time.
Is there anything else you do that you think that can help the people out there minus going to the gym that can help you balance school and your personal life at the same time?
Definitely hanging around the right people and also talking to God, having some type of faith in the God to where you talking to a higher being. So you don't feel like you're God, you're literally talking to yourself. You're thinking that you yourself could figure out everything. It's literally impossible. You will drive yourself crazy by doing that. But that's why I feel having some type of belief system, some type of support system, even if you have family or friends, mix and mingle. Try to mix and mingle and get to know people and pick out the right people that's for you pertaining to the season you're on.
So, starting throughout this podcast interview, you stated a lot that picking the right crowd, hang around the right people. Do you think that has like a lot to do with balancing school as well? Like, do you think that can maybe make your grades go down or stuff like that?
Absolutely. I definitely think that make your grades go down, even a decline in just yourself. Like, it matters who you hang with because it's a reflection of who you are, honestly. I know a lot of people just don't believe that they can hang around, but say if I give you an example, you'll hang around someone that speaks slang all the time. Of course, you'll consume that information and start using slang as well, which is nothing wrong with slang. But in order to improve, you have to hang around people that's improving as well, people that's already improved. And ultimately, just having people around you with the same type of goals and aspirations as you to grow and evolve. And that's what we're here for, honestly.
So, a lot of people say who you hang around tells a lot about who you are. Do you believe in that?
To a certain extent.
Like, who you hang around represents who you are. Like, you can put an image on you.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. Just to correlate back to A&M, who I hang around, definitely represents what people thought you would be, which people's opinions doesn't matter, but also as well, you want to hang around a crowd that benefits you. Like, you don't want to hang around someone that literally does the opposite of what you stand for, your values, your goals, because it'll ultimately clash and it wouldn't work, and you'll be trying to make something work that doesn't work. So, to answer your question, to a certain extent, because some people could still be working on themselves, so you can't give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you see them working towards something and trying to become more, then you can work with it. But if they're not, then that's ultimately like, no, you can't change that person.
Okay. I'm sure you answered this question, but I'm going to ask you again because you might give a different answer. What has college taught you about yourself so far?
College has taught me to try again. Take risks, try again, keep going. It's hard, but keep trying.
Okay.
Like, that's what college, to really just put it in a nutshell, that's what college really just taught me, to network, try again, and ultimately, if you don't understand something, break it down and ask somebody. Don't be afraid to ask for help, for sure.
So you say try again. You want to give like an example to people out there who don't know what they
Of course, I would.
go deep into try again.
I can give you a perfect example. Like today in math class, I didn't understand what my teacher was saying, but I kept trying that same problem. I was like, okay, she did it this way. Let me put it in a way to make myself understand. So I tried it again. I didn't understand it that way. Let me put it another way I could probably understand. tried it again. I'm really bad at math, so I had to do it the third time, and I got it that time. But I know I have to still work on it. But trying again meaning just not giving up on something that you're confused about, something that you don't understand. Like trying again means like just giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, but also learning how you learn.
Okay. Have you changed as a person since you started college?
Since I started college, I have changed for sure. When I first started Bishop in 2022, I definitely did not change, but I have progressed. If I can answer your question that way. I feel like when I first started, I didn't know myself. I literally was just doing it because my parents wanted me to, and you know,
Like,
they was never in college, so they
you gotta go to
expected
work
me
or you gotta go to college, one of them.
Like, I mean, I already had a job. They just wanted me to go to college for a better future. But I was really doing it for my parents, being honest with myself. And ultimately, then I got unhappy, of course, and I had to recollect myself and understand that I need to be doing this for myself. So, through the process, I learned that college can be for you. You cannot just do it for your family. You can do it for yourself. You can do it because it's something as a career you want to progress and learn from. So.
Okay. What's been your biggest goal you want to achieve since you started college, or even before college? Like, what's the biggest goal you want to achieve, just in life, period?
In college-wise, I would say getting good grades, improving my GPA, and networking. Learning from other people, I feel like it's the best thing for people to do. You don't never know what people know that you could probably learn from. So, and as far as future-wise, I definitely want to continue business. I want to make products, like especially gym products and products that can help people in their day-to-day lives. That's my main goal to do as far as long term, is to help people with day-to-day lives, help people with their mental, and eventually be a consultant.
Okay. So you said you went to DC Ray High School. How was your transition from high school to Bishop State?
My transition was very rocky. That's the best way I can really put it, because I came from a school that was small. Like, everybody knew everybody, and when I came to Bishop, it was small as well, so I kind of knew that small environment, but it was a small to where it was like people go to school and home. You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, like I'm trying to network, I'm trying to learn people and stuff, and then it was kind of difficult from coming from an environment where it was school and home, and then coming to another environment, school and home. It felt the same. It felt like comfortable in a way, and then that's when I transitioned. So the experience itself, I just felt too comfortable. That's probably why I transitioned to A&M and then came back. But when I came back, I realized maybe this is what God wants me to really stay at, so I can progress after this.
Okay, and has things been working out for you better since you came to Bishop State?
Amazing, honestly. It's so crazy because when I came back to Bishop, I was like, oh my God, Bishop. And then when I literally, my second year, now I'm finna graduate, I'm like, I'm literally just starting to really connect with people and know people's names and stuff. Because I used to be Bishop State home, word, gym. Like, I'm really starting to really get in with the crowd and go to events and understand what it means to be a part of a college experience, even if it's community college.
Okay, so what's something you've been during college at Bishop State or at A&M that changes the way you see things in life?
That's a great question. I would go back to knowing yourself. Just taking time. College will really make you see people for who they are, and college will literally make your mind progress and grow as a person. So just taking that time out to get to know yourself and know your boundaries and know what you want for yourself and just sticking to it is ultimately can't say nothing else because it makes you think.
I understand what you're saying. So, I get what you're coming from. So, do you like have any advice you want to end the video off with?
Of course, my advice. Put God first. Put yourself second, and put whatever you want to do in life third. Of course, because God's going to help you know yourself to where you can help someone else and get that career going, and just have faith in what you want to do. So.
And any advice for somebody who's transitioning college like you did?
Yes. I would say love yourself. I would definitely tell my past self that. Love yourself first and always see things for what it is. For sure. You'll see that a lot. Just see it for what it is and accept it and realize it's something that make you better in your life experience and your college experience.
Well, thank you, Destiny, for coming on the podcast today. That's all the questions I have for you. And I hope y'all enjoyed watching us today on Voices of DR. Y'all have a good
I don't have to shop around. Shop around.